everybody, welcome back. We're gonna try and see if we can make some of those yummy Hawaiian rolls that they have at the store. We're gonna see if we can make a copycat version vegan. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is get our yeast going. So I have 1/3 of a cup of warm water that's about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll pour that in my bowl. And then I wanna take one package. I just use the active dry yeast. It's actually 1/4 of an ounce of yeast. We're gonna pour that into the nice warm water. And then we're gonna put a tablespoon of just regular sugar to give the yeast something to eat on. And I'm gonna stir that up a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna just let that sit there and do its thing for about 10 minutes. So the next step in making Hawaiian bread is we're going to take 1/4 of a cup of vegan butter and then 1 cup of pineapple juice. And we're going to warm it up on the stove to about 110 degrees. So we're just going to sit here and let our butter melt and get this all nice and warm for the recipe. Okay, I thought I'd bring you back real quick. I haven't even completely melted the butter yet, and this sauce is already measuring at like 118 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just let the butter melt, and then I may let it just cool on the counter until it's down to the 110 degrees that the recipe asks for. We'll see how it goes. So I warmed up the 1 cup of pineapple juice and melted the 1/4 of a cup of butter together. The recipe says they're supposed to be 110 degrees, but I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's registering at like 154 at the moment. So I'm thinking that's too hot. I am going to let it cool on the counter for a few minutes before I add it to my yeast, because again, I don't want to get my yeast too terribly hot and kill it. So we'll let this cool off for a little bit. So we are finally ready to add our 1/4 of a cup of vegan butter and 1 cup of pineapple juice that is cooled off enough to add it to our yeast. So we're just going to add that in. And then the next thing we want to do is add our vanilla extract, which we need 1/2 teaspoon of our vanilla extract. Okay, got that in. Now we need to add the rest of our sugar with 1/4 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons. Strange measurement, but that's how much sugar we have left to add. And then our salt. And we are just adding 1 1/4 teaspoon of our salt. Okay. Now let's mix that up a little bit. All right, and we also need to add our flour. So we have 3 3/4 cup of flour, and the recipe says to put it all in at once. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try and come down a little bit so I don't flop and make a big mess. There we go. Now we're just gonna slowly let this mix in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna scrape down the sides because we just want to get everything all put together before we start actually kind of kneading the dough with the mixer. Okay, again, like I told you, I'm gonna check and make sure the bottom doesn't have anything stuck to the bottom. All right, now we're gonna let this just sit here and on low. We're gonna sit here and let it just knead the dough for us for about 10 minutes. So let's see, let's set our timer. Okay, just gonna let it go. So the recipe says to knead it in the mixer for about 10 minutes, and then now we're gonna put it into our greased bowl. And this is really, really still very sticky. Let's see if I can even get it to come out of the bowl. Right, it's thinking about it. All right, the recipe says to grease the top of the dough, so I've sprayed it with my cooking spray, and then we're supposed to. I have made dough a good bit, but making bread dough, but this is a little different for me. And it says to put the saran wrap on top of the actual dough. And then I'm supposed to cover the pan, as the bowl as well. I have greased the bowl. Sorry if I didn't say that already. Okay. And it says to let it sit in a dark, cool place for about an hour. I'm just gonna set a towel over it and let it be happy for about an hour. Okay? And we'll just come back and see how it looks. Again, all experimentation at this point. Okay, so we waited our hour, and this recipe is just so different. I'm not used to this. I'm hoping everything's gonna turn out well, but let's see how he's looking. He does not look like he has rose very much. So let's see. The next thing we're supposed to do is uncover him. And he still looks really, really sticky. The recipe says I am supposed to spray my hand, because I'm going to punch him down. I'm supposed to spray my hand and then punch him down twice. So we got him good and punched down, and then we're supposed to cover him up again and give him another hour. It's in the dark place. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know, guys. I have not made this recipe before, so... And I'm absolutely not saying there's anything wrong with the recipe, just sometimes it's all an interpretation of what you read. So I'll bring you back in an hour and we'll check on him again. All right, we're gonna stick in again and see if we can figure out how to do this. This recipe has got quite a few steps to it. All right, so the next thing we've done is we have let it rise for another hour after we punched it. The next thing we need to do is heavily grease a 9x13 pan, which we've done that. All right, now it says I'm supposed to punch this down 2 more times. So it's still pretty sticky. All right, so we got that. Now we're gonna lightly flour our countertop. It's saying to be really, really careful not to use too much flour, because evidently these rolls, it will make them hard, and we don't want that. All right, so I've lightly floured the countertop. All right, now I am supposed to separate this into 15 equal pieces. All right, let's see what happens. All right, equal pieces is going to be a little questionable, but we'll do what we can. Six. Okay. All right. All right. Just set those off to the side. Try to see if they're somewhat about the same size. You know, this is just going to be tricky. It's not the fun of trying a new recipe, though. You just never know what you're going to end up with. For the most part, I'm just trying to kind of see if they're about the same size when they're kind of rolled up. And yes, I could probably get out the scale and measure these by the scale, but I think y'all have baked with me long enough, and if you haven't, then you know I don't do a lot of measuring. I'll measure as much as I need to. You have to look at for your fun level, and this is my fun level. And if you have fun watching me just kind of figure this out as we go, then great. That is fantastic. All right, so we're about to be at a dozen. And the recipe says you need to cover them up so that they don't dry out while you're working with one particular piece. So I'm going to try and put my saran wrap over those a little bit. Okay. Perfect. So we're gonna lay that one in the pan and we're gonna go on to the next one. Again, try not to use any extra flour if I can help it. They are sticking to the counter a little, almost there. And I'm just gonna move my saran wrap over here so that those are covered up. All right, and we're gonna let those stay under this saran wrap while we make our vegan butter for the top of them. Let's see if I can get that to cover a little bit better. All right, now let's go make our vegan butter. All right, we're at the stove again. So we have our 2 tablespoons of vegan butter and we have 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice in the bottom of the saucepan. I've got it on low right now and we're just going to melt this and then we're going to make sure we put it on top of our beautiful Hawaiian rolls we're currently making. So I'm just going to melt this down and then we'll go back and put it on our rolls. I've also gone ahead and started preheating my oven to 375 degrees. Okay, so we have our melted pineapple butter and we have our beautiful rolls. So in here, let's uncover those. And then we're going to put our pineapple butter on top of our dinner rolls. Just give them a nice little bath. I try to be as precise as possible while still enjoying. I think that there is some precision that comes with baking and sometimes not. So you just have to find where your happy medium is for you. So we're going to cover these bad boys back up and let them just sit here and rest for about 20 minutes. We're going to save the rest of our pineapple butter because we will be using that again. But I'm just going to cover these back up for about 20 minutes. And I have the oven preheating at 375. My saran wrap will cooperate. And it's, like I said, preheating at 375. And I will bring y'all back in about 20 minutes and we'll do the next step. Okay? All right, time to put them in the oven. So we're going to put them in for 375 degrees and we're going to cook them for about 18 minutes. All right, so we cooked them for 18 minutes. They're looking a little pale, but we're going to put some nice pineapple vegan butter mixture on them again. And then we're going to cook them for another 8 to 9 minutes until they're nice and pretty golden brown. Hear that sizzling, can't you? Okay. But they're puffing up pretty. Okay, so it's the favorite taste test time at the end. All right, so here they are. These are our little Hawaiian Copycat yeast rolls. It was definitely an interesting recipe. I've never made yeast rolls in that manner, but we'll see if they taste good. I'll take a little pinch off of them and they look nice and flaky. I don't taste the pineapple. I thought I would taste the pineapple really strongly. I do not. They're great yeast rolls, but I don't taste the peanut butter. I don't taste the pineapple, but there was a tiny little taste of it there. Little hint. I'm always trying new and different recipes that I find online, but great yeast rolls, yummy, very interesting way to make a recipe. I don't taste a whole lot of the pineapple, so hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next bake.